Scorpio, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your November 2018 Twin Flame reading, and this is your twins energy. So, if you saw the first video, you know that you could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo or possibly an Aquarius. We had the star here for your mutual energy between you and your twin, but the star is reversed. So, not doing the work is what I heard from this card. There was some healing that needs to be done in this situation, and it was clarified by the Four of Wands. So needing to heal from some type of home situation, something may have been unstable in your home life. So that is something that is relevant. Could also be something that happened during your childhood, but it is feeling unstable at this time, and it is needing to be healed. It is a blockage between you and your twin. So we'll go ahead and clear out the energy here to start the reading. Fantastic. All right, let me let my dog out. Okay, so the first card that we have for you is Advocate. Beautiful. So the light attribute is inspires you to put compassion into action. So your twin may be feeling inspired by you. I do show that you share that energy with them. You inspire me on your end. And so you may be inspiring them as well. So they are advocating for something or someone, maybe for this connection as well as what I'm seeing here. So they're advocating for this connection. They're standing up for this and saying, this is what I want, this is what I need. And I'm willing to do whatever work it takes to put into this connection. And also advocating for those that cannot speak for themselves, maybe advocating for children in court is what I'm seeing, being an advocate like a social worker in that same energy. So you guys kind of mirror each other a little bit. I'm sorry, let me let my dog in. She is barking. In. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, the second card we have is Parasite. These are the Dark Mirror cards. I am still working with this deck, so I'm going to look at what it means here. That is very interesting. The moon phase is a waxing crescent. The stage is depression. When the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to another one. Okay. A long-haired man with pale-faced, heavy eyelids. A dull golden chain drapes over his forehead, around his body, and through his body. A poisonous ivy grows and clings subtly to him. What can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Okay, so it is possible that your twin is seeking comfort, but it is from the wrong people. Could be one night stand type of energy as well. Not for everyone, just for some. It also is stating that they are feeling possibly depressed, or that a person that they are surrounding themselves with is bringing their vibration down, and also they are being pulled into that other person's depression with them. So it could be that someone is ill and depressed and they're taking care of them. That is one scenario, and that's putting them into a depressive type of energy as well. So that's one energy I'm receiving here. So take it how it resonates there. For others of you, they are seeking solace, but in the wrong things. They also could be drinking, using drugs to cope. This is a very dark energy that I'm picking up on here. So that is for some of you. Next card we have is Insecurity. I believe this is the base chakra. So there's a block there. They may want to look into doing some meditation in that area to unblock that, as well as looking into crystals. Rose quartz, I know that's not normally for that area, but that's what I'm picking up on here very strongly from this little devil guide here. But their insecurities are causing them, is probably related to their depression. They're feeling very insecure at this time frame, and it is causing them a lot of depression. So they're feeling insecure about who they are, could be how they look. It could be many different things. Insecurities come up in all different manifestations. So this is a block for your twin currently. And so they need to address this and try and release this energy from their energy field, because it is blocking your twin flame union and journey. Next energy we have is the Five of Swords. So this is mind games, mental manipulation. So your twin may be using manipulation towards you, towards others. It also stems from their depression. They may be isolating themselves from this, but there may be some type of energy around them that is very combative or very manipulative. And so it is affecting them. And it is a mental manipulation here, is what I'm seeing. And we'll clarify this as well. But this is definitely a lower energy, again, that I'm picking up on, that your twin is definitely going through some type of sadness, maybe heartache. It's not the Three of Swords, but it feels very relevant, like there was some type of third-party situation that broke their heart, or they were involved in at some point that didn't end well, is what I'm seeing for all parties involved. The next card is Awakening. So your twin may be in the process of awakening at this time. So they are starting to realize the same thing that you are, that they're trying to, or they are starting to realize what their path is and get on this twin flame journey. They may be seeing signs as well, which could be very relevant for them. That's beautiful. Next message that your twin would like to say to you is, maybe we're just too different. So maybe there's something about how you two are on two different paths, or just think about things differently. And they may be finding that this is a very hard energy to marry the two of you together, like to come together. Maybe they think you guys are just too different to be able to make this work. Next energy we have is Prince. Light attribute, romantic charm, and potential for power. It's beautiful. Okay, so they could be seeing you, your twin may be seeing you as their prince. That you do romantic things for them, or they do romantic things for you. They show you small gestures, so that may be charming, and this has a type of power over you, and that may be part of the manipulation, that they may be giving you gifts. Scorpio is what I'm saying. Your twin may give you gifts, or you may give them gifts, and they may see this in a very manipulative manner, even though I think it's more of someone's language of love may be different from the other person. So someone may see a lot of gifts as being overkill, but that's their language of love. That's how they show they love you and they care. And so I'm showing that's very relative to them. They also could be involved with a younger person. This could be kind of a Prince of Cups or Page of Cups type of energy. Could be a child as well. So that could be relative for or related to your twin's energy. So that's interesting here. But it is a very loving energy. So they may see, your twin may see you as being their prince. So that's interesting. And if you're younger than them, that definitely could be why. Or they're younger than you. Next card we have is Naked Before the Stars. Interesting. All right, this is also from the same deck, the Dark Mirror, so I will read it as it pertains here, because this is a brand new deck again for me. So, moon phase is the first quarter. The stage here is acceptance. Accepting our own beauty in size, color, age, and fat. A beautiful curvy woman wears lacy lingerie. One is a black corset, and she kneels in her full sensuality under the lights of a million artificial stars. There is no perfection that is worth enough. There is imperfection as proud as the heavens. What do we see when we look in a mirror? Do we see something we like or something we dislike? Something we care or something we are a slave of? What do we compare ourselves to? To the stars of a media firmament leaking into our real life? To the social models? To the beauty queens and kings of the eternal pageant? To our inner self? To the idea we had when we were younger? To the eyes of the people loving us? So this is where that insecurity comes from. Your twin may be feeling very insecure at this time. They may have put on some weight, or they may be feeling not so good in their skin, and that they want to change something about them, and that is causing them a lot of stress at this time. They're really trying to work through that, is what I'm seeing here, but it is really affecting them on this journey. So they are very insecure about their body. They may not want to be naked with the lights on. They may want the lights off when they're in bed with somebody to hide their figure or their form, or they're just covering it up in some way. Another message is just to be comfortable. They need to learn to be comfortable in their own skin. So that's something that is blocking your twin at this time. And perfection. Again, we have the base chakra. So your twin is really in their base chakra. They're really in their lower chakras, the ones that are all about survival mode. And this is trying to be perfect. And so they may be feeling like they have to be perfect for you in order for you to love them, or in order for them to be ready for this journey with you, or in order for for them to be happy. That they have to look a certain way, and they have to live up to a certain expectation. This is also, I'm picking up for one of you that it is a mother-daughter dynamic. All right, Scorpio. Sorry about that. So this perfection card, I also get another message that there may be a mother-daughter dynamic where the mother puts a lot of pressure on her daughter, or the daughter feels like she needs to live up to the mother's perfection, like ideal of perfection, whether it's weight, beauty, the way she takes care of herself, etc. So this is it's a very concerning energy, because it looks like it may be influenced by a parental figure that should be encouraging and loving towards their daughter, but maybe shaming her for her appearance is also one of the energies I'm picking up here. The next card I have is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So, not putting in some type of work anymore. This could be wanting to be single, because the 9 comes after this, but this is a reverse energy. So we see that this person isn't putting in any more work into this. So maybe this is why the perfection is upright, is because it's not as much of a blockage if it were reversed for me. So it's finding out that she doesn't have to put into this work to being perfect, and that she is just fine the way she is, if this is a feminine watching, or he is just fine the way he is. So we'll clarify that as well and get some more energy on this card here. And maybe not putting in any more energy within this situation that was causing a lot of conflict as well, because we have the 5 of Swords to the left of that card. All right, and the next card we have is Soulmate. Could also be that there was a soulmate involved in this twin flame connection. So for those of you that a third party resonates for you and it's a person, it could be that your twin is no longer putting in the work with this soulmate, or they're awakening to the fact that they do have a soulmate in this dynamic. But I do feel like the soulmate is causing, just them being involved causes a lot of conflict here within this situation. And so that's definitely interesting here. But I'm getting the feeling they don't want to put in the work with this soulmate. It's very possible at this time. Or they're not working towards this soulmate. But we'll clarify. The next message I have from your twin to you, Scorpio, is I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. So yeah, there's something that they want to say about this situation, but they can't figure out how to say them or what words they can use to communicate. So that's very relevant here. And maybe they want to tell you about this soulmate, but they don't know how to tell you about it because they're afraid of what you might say or do, etc. Or if the energy's reversed, take it that way. The next card that we have here is Detective, and it's reversed. All right, so the shadow attribute is voyeurism, falsifying information. Okay, so we just got this in the Cancer reading here. So, but what I'm finding here is when it's upright, there's great powers of observation and intuition and the desire to seek out the truth. So when it is reversed, though, I'm finding out that, or I'm finding out, yeah, maybe they're finding something out. It may be that they are not telling the truth about something. Falsifying information is really relevant to this card, and I'm finding that out here. That maybe they're finding something out about themselves that they didn't know that they really like, or something about who they want to be, and maybe they're kind of going in, kind of testing those waters as well. It could be that they enjoy watching other people, like people watching, or having people watch them. This could also be in a sexual manner. So it also is a blockage here. So they may be finding something out as well about someone they know. Okay, the next card we have is Peaceful Among Thorns. Interesting. So I get just off from that card without knowing about this deck very much. I get that they are feeling very peaceful, even though there's a lot of things that could hurt them, or like surrounding them. Like somehow they've gone within and they're able to find some type of peace in this and withdraw into this energy, so that they're not being affected by the conflict around them. So somehow they've kind of found some peace, even though they know that there are still things out there that are threatening their sense of security. So I'll look that up here and just kind of get an idea of what the book says. But that's just my intuition from it. The moon phase I'm seeing is the first quarter moon, and the stage is acceptance. So there's a couple cards here with acceptance in them. The spiritual can't solve the material, but it can transcend it. Okay, so a futuristic monk, his skin crossed by small circuitry, meditates in the lotus position. An 8-pointed star inscribed within a circle is at his back. Like thorns piercing the air, a golden lotus aura envelops his body. Coexistence of the material and the spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. So they're trying to find some type of balance within their emotional and their physical and their material world and their emotional world. So they are maybe doing yoga, and if not, that's something that I would recommend for your twin to do. Again, I'm not a doctor, so check with your doctor to make sure, but yoga is very relevant here. It is opening up some of their chakras as well, so that is really beautiful, but it is an energy where they are trying to balance out the materialistic with their spirituality, and realize that both can coexist, and not trying to become unbalanced with one or the other in their lives. So that's really positive here. The next card we have is growth, and it's the heart chakra. So their heart chakra may be open at this time, and they may be feeling loving, and they may be feeling love grow, is what I'm seeing here, or putting some type of project into motion that has growth. And I think I talked about this earlier with what was it? I know it may have been on your energy side, Scorpio. So, but they're finding some type of spiritual growth here, is what I'm seeing as well, and they're opening up more to love as well, and that is really relevant here. And they may be learning some new things about themselves, and that may be one of the things that's relevant, is that yoga is that peaceful within thorns. They may be learning how to grow in an environment that is not always, that may be hostile around them. So they're trying to just grow and step away from that kind of energy, that lower energy. So that's very positive here. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So I'm getting two messages here. So we have, sorry about that, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is an energy where we're not investing in ourselves right now. So I'm finding that that your twin really needs to look at investing in themselves and really finding a way to get their self-confidence back. Their insecurities really rampant here is what I'm seeing for some of them, and they're really trying to get out of this energy of feeling like they have to be perfect. It also is possible that they are not single at this time. They may be in a relationship with a soulmate. So that is for some of you. That could be a relevant energy, and I will clarify that here. All right, the next card that we have is Observer. Reverse. So it looks like they're not, they may not be following you on social media. They may not be looking at what you're doing. They may not be observing the situation like they need to. They may be taking some type of action, but they're also not being observers in their lives. They're actually trying to take some type of forward movement and instead of just watching on the sidelines is what I'm seeing as well. So that's really interesting here. Next card we have is I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. So that's something relevant your twin wants to tell you is I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. So that is really, that's really interesting. And they are telling you that they want to apologize. And again, it may be for this third party situation is what I'm seeing. Another card did come out. I did take it. It is in the last row here. It is family. So they may have a family situation, or family may be relevant to this dynamic. And so that may be really something that they're trying to focus on is their family at this time, or creating a family. So that could be very relevant, or they already have a family that is very important to them. So let's do some clarifying here, and we'll get some more energy for some of the cards here. The Five of Swords. Spirit, can you clarify the Five of Swords, please? Why is the Five of Swords here? You know what I mean? Take these from your side as well, because they may be relevant. I'll do some shuffling here and get some energy into the deck. All right, just a minute. All right, Scorpio, so let's do some clarifying here. We'll do some clarification on the Five of Swords. Why do we have the Five of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Five of Swords here? Oops. Way too many cards. One or two, please, for the Five of Swords. Why do we have the Five of Swords here? Nope. Ooh. Deck's fallen. Why do we have the Five of Swords here? What's the energy for the Five of Swords? Why is the Five of Swords here for Scorpio's twin? Why is the Five of Swords here? Okay. Bad judgment. Ooh, okay, so somebody made a bad judgment. Could be related to that Three of Cups earlier for your side, but somebody made a bad judgment and it caused a lot of conflict. It caused a lot of heartbreak. It caused a lot of hurt. It also could be dealing with someone from your past. This could be a person from their past as well, unless you're as their twin or Scorpio, you are someone from their past. But they made a bad choice. Someone in this connection made a bad choice. Feels like it's your twin. Doesn't have to be. Take it how it resonates. But it caused a lot of conflict, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness, a lot of tears here. So definitely some type of bad judgment took place. Why is the Eight of Pentacles reversed? Why is the Eight of Pentacles reversed? Too many cards. Why is the Eight of Pentacles reversed? Why is the Eight of Pentacles reversed? But I'm seeing that they are awakened to their judgments. Whoever made that bad judgment call. If it was your twin, they are awakening to that bad choice. They're aware of it now. They weren't possibly then, but they are now. Nine of Wands. Okay, so they're not working. They may not be working to repair something to do with communication. They may not be working on communicating either with you or they feel like they can't communicate about something to do with possibly this soulmate. So there was some type of communication that they didn't feel like they could give to you, or they wanted to bring that communication to you, but something was stopping them, and they're not putting in any more work in communicating, possibly with a soulmate as well, because it falls right below that. So it could be relevant, and they're not putting in any more work. Because they're also defensive of like the communication. They're very defensive towards you. So Scorpio, they may be defensive in their communication with you. So they may have a wall up as well, and they may not want to put any more work into some type of relationship here. So something is not working as well. So let's see, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed as well. So let's see why that is. Why is the Nine of Pentacles reversed? The Magician. Okay, so they're trying to manifest. They're trying to manifest their own feeling good in their own skin, is what I'm seeing here. So they're trying to manifest that, and they're trying to maybe manifest a new relationship as well, because we could be getting to the Ten of Pentacles. Like they don't want to be single, so they're trying to manifest like a soulmate connection or some type of significant person back to them. Could also be you as their twin, but they are trying to manifest. They're also trying to manifest feeling good about themselves and getting back to being secure in who they are is very relative here. So that is really interesting. So for some of you, and I think the Magician may be, and I think it's a Fool is an Aries card, but I'm not sure who the Magician is. I'll put the link down there as well. The astrological sign isn't coming to me, and there may not be one specifically. There may be multiple. I can't remember. So yeah, so that is very interesting here. For those of you that resonate with this. So your fortune card between you and your Scorpio or your twin specifically is plain. So between you and your twin, your energy is plain. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. And so I feel like their journey is to self-worth, self-discovery, growth within their selves, finding that they can be comfortable in their own skin is also another journey. So it is a spiritual journey as well. If it's not actually a physical journey, it could be both as well. You could be traveling, so that maybe for the holidays, things like that. So that could be very relative. So I hope this resonated with y'all. I hope you can leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm really interested to see what y'all thought of the video. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you for your December readings.